It's Tuesday, July 11th, 2023. Before we start today, I want to remind everybody, make sure to like this video. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel. It costs absolutely nothing to subscribe. Hit that bell notification down below so that you are alerted when the newest videos drop. And if you really want to support the channel, keep sharing these videos. Keep subscribing. We want to keep waking people up. We want to keep getting the message out there. But I want to get right into it today, and the first thing I want to start with is I'm sure most of you have seen the news that Bank of America was fined $250 million for consumer abuses. Now, CNBC said it was 150. Other outlets are saying it's 250. Most of them are saying it's $250 million. That was the fine, which is a drop in the bucket to Bank of America. I think today, if you have an account at Bank of America, you should probably go to Bank of America and close your account. If I had $10 in Bank of America, I would close the account today. Shame on them. Why are we supporting banks like this? Most banks are diabolical as it is. But here's another one. Caught with their hand in the cookie jar again, and they get a slap on the wrist. They committed deceptive practices that hurt hundreds of thousands of their customers. They charged multiple $35 overdraft fees for the same transaction. How low can you go, ladies and gentlemen? Why would anybody have 1 cent of their money in Bank of America? They failed to issue rewards to credit card users and signed up customers for card accounts without their consent. Close your account today, ladies and gentlemen. We should not be doing business with corporations or banks or any group that treats its customers like this, completely breaking the law. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this. You may have already closed your account. You may have closed it months ago, a year ago, today, yesterday. But what are your thoughts on this? Another bank caught doing this. Why are we putting our money in these banks, especially banks like this, who are completely abusing their customers? I don't know how anybody with a brain would be a client now of Bank of America after they just got caught doing what they did. And look, we can go back to Wells Fargo and other banks. We have got to start taking action and in using our wallets, ladies and gentlemen, and where we're going to put our money and what we're going to spend our money on and where we're going to spend our time. This is really, really important. And when people finally realize this, and they stop being lazy and actually start taking action and caring where their money is, maybe things will change. But I think the banking industry is just god-awful as it is. But this is another prime example of why you shouldn't keep all your money in any bank. We have so many problems. It says right here, the American banking landscape is on the cusp of a seismic shift. Expect more pain to come. This on CNBC today. Rising interest rates, losses on commercial real estate, and heightened regulatory scrutiny will pressure regional and mid-sized banks, leading to a wave of mergers. Half of the country's banks, it says right here, will likely be swallowed by competitors within the next decade. So again, how safe are the banks right now? You have to worry now if they're going to loan your money out that's sitting in an account to open up another account, or they're going to sign you up. If they're going to sign you up to a new credit card, or they're going to charge you $35 multiple times for overdraft protection, multiple times. On the same transaction. It's ridiculous what's going on. This is full-on abuse, and people just sit there and take it. Again, my advice today is close your account if you're at Bank of America. Here's another one today, CNBC. With credit card interest rates at record highs, these 4 tips can help debtors beat the brutal minimum payment cycle. It says here, 35% of Americans say they are carrying their highest level of debt or close to it. 35% of this country is carrying the highest level of debt they have ever had. The top source of personal debt, excluding mortgages, is credit card debt. The average credit card debt is $5,733 per person. I think that's actually really low. Americans now have set a record for total credit card debt, now right around $1 trillion. Think about what's student loan debt, 1.8 trillion. We got credit card debt at $1 trillion. Auto loan debt, I'm guessing about 1.5, $1.6 trillion. And 80% of the people out there driving on the roads today are financing those vehicles. 80% of all those vehicles out there on the road are being financed. There's so much debt out there, ladies and gentlemen. It's extremely concerning. And people have no idea what is coming. Bankrate found roughly half of credit card holders are paying their credit card bills in full every month. This means the other half is carrying expensive debt that is adding up every month. And these people are never going to get out of debt. They're going to get deeper and deeper into debt. Think about these people who the other half, who are just making the minimum payment every month, going deeper into debt. Interest rates are rising. The average card now is around 22%. Let's just say a married couple, and one of the people in the marriage loses a job. Your spouse loses a job. Now you have half the income coming in, and right now you're only paying the minimum. People are going to just continue to fall farther and farther behind. They're not prepared for layoffs. You need to really be preparing to lose a job right now. You got to have money put away. You got to be cutting things out in order to save. One tip in the article was saving. Keep saving. The problem is people are so stretched right now, they cannot save. That's why they're using credit cards now to just pay essentials, to pay the light bill, to pay the gas bill, to pay the rent. They can't save now because real wages are not keeping up with inflation. The cost of everything continues to skyrocket, and people just cannot keep up. We have a savings rate now of about 4.6%. Just can't do it. People just cannot do it. And then if an emergency arises, people are in real trouble. So people are not prepared for this depression that is coming. This is not going to resemble 2008, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to resemble 1929 and the 1930s. That's where we're heading. Now, switching gears here a little bit. This was all over the news today, and I watched some video on this. Las Vegas SWAT team responding to man barricaded inside casino hotel room with woman. This happened at Caesar's Palace. This morning, a man held a female hostage, barricaded in a room. Witnesses said that the woman was walking down the hallway, and this man took her and brought her into this room and barricaded himself in this room. This is what's happening in Las Vegas now. This is what's going on. You know, I really don't like Las Vegas very much. You know, I can handle maybe 2 days of it, and that's about it. But this is how wild things are going. And yet a gentleman a couple days ago said that I was exaggerating by saying that we're heading into a Mad Max society, that we're already in a Mad Max society, that I need to stop exaggerating. I need to stop exaggerating because we're not heading into any Mad Max society. And again, we're already there, ladies and gentlemen. You're living in a Mad Max society. And if it doesn't even get worse, listen to this. Here's another one today coming from Las Vegas. So we have Caesar's Palace over there, beautiful resort. Now we switch over to the Wynn. I would say probably one of the nicest, if not nicest, resorts in Las Vegas. At least 4 women were involved in a fight at a poker tournament at the Wynn. A woman was actually dragged off her motorized scooter while this was taking place. And again, you think we're not living in Mad Max Thunderdome right now? I think we are. I look at these women and I watch some of this video. It's so unbelievable. We're not talking kids. We're talking adult women, fisticuffs, hitting one another. It's absolutely shocking. It's really embarrassing, to be honest with you, to see adult women, and it could be adult men. But I mean, you're talking the Wynn, this beautiful five-star resort. You know, people are around, kids are around, and it's probably, you know, this happened over absolutely nothing, I'm sure. But women going fisticuffs, hitting one another like animals, like barbarians at the Wynn. Welcome to Mad Max Thunderdome, ladies and gentlemen. This is where society is today. Can you imagine where it is heading? Can you imagine what this looks like when people get hungry? You know, the same gentleman said that I promote violence. That's the last thing I would promote. This is why I tell people to get prepared, because you'll be able to hunker down. You don't have to leave your house because you'll have food and water and security right where you're at. And you're going to be much safer hunkered down than going to Walmart to go get food when everybody's hungry, when the shelves are being pillaged. That's the last time you, or the least time you want to go out, and the most dangerous time you want to go out is when people are running through the stores just taking everything because they're hungry, and you just have this lawlessness going on. Do you really want to be at a Walmart when this is taking place? Do you really want to be outside when this is taking place? No, you don't. This is why you need to be stockpiling these things right now: food, water, security, barterable items, etc. Things like that, things that you need. Think about right now, if the power went out or if all the stores shut down for 30 days, what you would need. When I look at videos like this of these barbarians fighting at the Wynn, it is another startling reminder of why I'm preparing, my family prepares, the people around me prepare, why all of you are preparing. You know, you got to pay attention. You got to be watching this stuff. Take a look at the breakdown of society right now. And this is the good times, ladies and gentlemen. These are the good times. This is going to get really out of control. People are going to have a very, very difficult time adjusting to what they're about to see. And so many people are so soft. Mentally, they're just going to collapse. They're going to break down mentally because they have no idea. They just don't understand how barbaric people can be and what they're capable of doing. The Hedge today: 1/3 of Seattle residents may flee city over crime. This was a survey taken in Seattle. This came out a couple days ago, but I wanted to just bring this article up because, again, it's Mad Max Thunderdome, ladies and gentlemen. 1/3 of Seattle residents may get out. Wonder why? Because it's just so nice and beautiful and clean? No, it's because these places are turning into sewers and they're becoming extremely violent. New York Post: over half of America's beaches are covered in feces. Think about how this country is falling apart. We can't get planes to take off on holidays, infrastructure collapsing, crime running rampant, people fighting all over Vegas, and over half of America's beaches are covered in feces. We got a lot of problems here in America, and they're not getting fixed. So our answer is, let's just send money to other countries and try to fix their problems when we have very serious problems right here, and we're not fixing them. We're ignoring them. And it's, you know, so sad when we look at what happened up at Lake Tahoe over 4th of July weekend. 8,500 pounds of trash left behind. People just leaving their garbage. Look at our beaches. They're sewers. They're sewers. People no longer take pride in their appearance. They don't take pride in their health. They don't take pride in their environment. They don't take pride where they live. They don't take pride in what they do. It's really sad. It really is sad. And when people really lose that, when they don't have any self-respect and they don't have respect for the environment, they don't have respect for the casino, they don't have respect for the police, when they don't have respect for human life, you have a culture, you have a society that is collapsing. And that's exactly what's happening. And morally, what is happening? People turning their back on God, people doing whatever they want to do. We're going to be judged for this. And I think we're going to see a time in America where America is really going to literally be punished for what it has done globally and what it's doing to itself. And if a miracle doesn't take place, wow, people are going to feel a lot of pain. Get right with God, ladies and gentlemen. Get right with God. Microsoft confirms more job cuts on top of the 10,000 already announced in January. They did not specify this next layoff, how many people they're going to be letting go, but another indication that this economy is in trouble. Markets up today. Dow Jones, I think, was up about 300. Everything seems to be okay in the stock market. I think we get the CPI tomorrow. I'm not even going to guess what number we're going to get tomorrow. I'm sure that they're going to make it look real nice, real pretty, and make everybody feel really good that everything's okay. Yet, going to the grocery store the other day, shocking where prices are at. I cannot believe it. Items that 2 years ago were $5.99 were almost $12. I mean, that's incredible. Everything costs more. Where's the relief? When are prices going to go down? When is healthcare insurance going to go down? When is car insurance going to go down? When's food prices going to go down? It's not. It's not. And people are going to continue to struggle, and they're just going to go deeper into debt. It's really, really sad what's happening here. Here's another one from the hedge. Where is everyone? Disney World, just about empty. We talked about this yesterday. I just wanted to bring it up again because it was on the hedge today. Here's some advice for Disneyland. Stop getting political and lower your prices, and maybe people will actually come visit you. Shocking that everybody now has disappeared from Disneyland. People aren't showing up. They don't have the discretionary spending to do this. And Disneyland costs more than ever. So again, stop getting political, cut your prices, and they may show back up. But in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, don't take your money. Don't waste your time with these companies. You need to be taking your money. You need to be saving it. You need to be buying assets right now. You need to be building capital right now. You don't need to be going to Disneyland. You don't need to be worrying about Mickey Mouse. You need to be building capital. You need to be building reserves. And you need to be buying silver. You need to be buying gold. You need to be buying food, water, security, barterable items, tourniquets, Band-Aids, bandages, candles, matches, pharmaceutical kits or trauma kits. These are the things you need. You need to be investing in yourself. Go out, get some training, get out, train, work out, join a gym. With the amount of money it would cost a family of 4, you could use that money in a real positive way. And, I think Disney really has turned its back on the American people. So why support them? Why support Bank of America? Why support Disney? Here's another one. We'll close with this one. India to surpass U.S. to become world's second largest economy by 2075. Here's a news flash. Goldman Sachs says by 2075. It's going to be before 2075. And who's going to be the number one economy? Well, you guessed it. It's going to be China. And I would say right now, arguably, China is the number one economy right now. They're making everything. They have the biggest military, biggest navy, the biggest banks. They have the biggest physical surplus of gold of anybody on planet Earth. They have the biggest cities. They manufacture more products than anybody on planet Earth. So how in the world could China not be the biggest economy right now and America is? I mean, I guess because we Americans just buy everything with debt. But we have a economy based on consumption, based on credit cards, buying stuff from other countries. China is the most powerful nation on planet Earth right now. There's no doubt about it. We're not making anything. We're not producing anything. Our school systems are collapsing. Our infrastructure is collapsing. This country's on borrowed time. We are heading into being a third world country. And the world is preparing to say goodbye to America. They see what's going on here. They're watching what's happening here daily. They see the leadership. They see how the economy is being propped up. They know that America doesn't have a lot of gold. They know the infrastructure is collapsing. They know that morality here in America is collapsing. They know that we're a nation that is very obese, a nation that is very brainwashed, and a nation that is falling. And, we're so pompous and so braggadocious that, the world needs us. The world needs the dollar. The world needs us to buy their stuff. No, the world really does it. When you look at how big some of these countries are, you take China and India together, their population between those two countries is literally half the population on planet Earth. You take the BRICS nations, just the BRICS nations, that's 41% of the world's GDP just right there. And there's about 60 other countries that are signing up with the BRICS nations right now. And the world is just going to say, we don't need you, America. We don't want you. We don't want your dollar. We don't want your wars. We don't want you policing the globe. We're done. The world's going to change, ladies and gentlemen, and it's happening right now. You know, people make videos and they go, oh, things are going to change and this is going to happen. It's already happening. You have to realize this right now. It's not going to happen. It's happening right now. The collapse isn't going to happen. It's already happening. It's been happening. These other countries, they're building new financial systems. They're getting out of SIP. They're getting out of the dollar. They have new banks. They're going to use their own currencies. They're going to use currencies backed by gold. America, we're sitting here talking about CBDCs. Whoopee-doo. These countries are talking about gold-backed currencies. I'm going to leave it there today. Please comment down below. Love to know what you're thinking today. Any thoughts on any of these articles I shared with you. And unfortunately, the news is not good. And it gives me no joy, no satisfaction to be sharing this with you daily, but I worry about every one of you. I want everybody to be prepared, because the more people who are prepared mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, the better chance we all have of getting through this and not watching this country collapse. And the first thing we can do, because I know somebody's going to say, well, give me the solution, give me a solution. And I'm the first one to say, I don't have all the answers. I don't have a crystal ball. But one thing we can all do is, first off, realize and admit that this country's in big trouble. See, we have too many people who deny that, who say we're not in trouble, everything's fine, sweep it under the rug. Nothing's going to get fixed until you admit we got big trouble, we've got a problem, things are broken, and they need to be fixed. Nothing can be fixed until we admit the truth and we admit things are broken. God bless you. Pray for this nation. Thank you so much for all your prayers, your thoughts, the letters, all the support. None of this is possible without you. God bless every one of you. Have a phenomenal day. And as always, I look forward to speaking with each and every one of you very, very soon.